Hello and welcome to episode 180 of First Geek 411. Welcome, all you geeky faithful. Be sure to check us out on all of our socials. We are One Geek 411 on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can also join our Discord. Servers are typically posted in chat if you're joining us live, or you can find them on our website or on our various social medias. You can email us directly at 1stgeek411 at gmail.com. And always check out our show notes or find us as well on our website, onegeek411.com. As always, we are live on Twitch each Monday at 6:45 or a little later as we are today. But we are here and we are happy. This week, we are missing someone, but I'm your hostess, so I'll be hosting. I'm Chris, and joining me is Emma, all the way from California,
Yay! Hi.
and Shanine from way up north,
Hello, hello.
which we still can't see you.
What? Why can't we see Shanine?
No, because border's still closed. Because
Yeah.
U.S. Yeah.
Oh. I thought you meant technology-wise.
Nope, she's right there. She's right there.
Hi, Shanine. Good to see you.
Hi.
Still have never met you in person, which is very sad.
I forget frequently that we haven't.
Yeah.
I forget all the time. Until I realize I haven't been in Canada in a while, so I'm like, oh, that's right. But so it's just us three this week, but we are finally gonna get caught up some news because it's been a while since we've had a news episode. About
Yep.
3 weeks now, I think. Um, and but to start us off, as always, what have you guys been up to? I don't know. Start us off, Emma.
I've been up to a lot recently. Last time we did a news thing, I was in Colorado, and in the last 3 weeks, I have moved to California for grad school. That's the biggest update of my life. Was I ended up in California. I finished the first volume of my Sandman like omnibus thing. So that's like the first 32 like series sessions, whatever, first 32 books or like magazines or whatever, plus a couple specials, and I'm in love with it and ready to keep going. My classes technically start tomorrow. Today was the first day of classes, but given my class schedule, I have classes tomorrow. So that's pretty exciting. So that's been my week.
Awesome. What about you, Shanine? How are things in Canada?
Cold and rainy today.
Yes.
What good weather.
Yeah. I mean, from what we were having recently, it's like a 20-degree drop in temperature.
Wow.
Yeah, we're right there with you.
Startling.
It's been great. It's been wonderful, though.
Yeah, I don't hate it. I just don't want it to keep getting colder from here.
I want it to sit here, right where it's at. Also, I want it to not rain in Helena now. I want it to actually rain where there's fires. That'd be nice.
But yeah, as far as geeky stuff, um, still excited about our most recent Faithful Hedrons session.
Woo.
Poppy just had the best time.
For
Burning
now.
a rebellion.
You know what? She makes her own adventures. And apparently she can get out of whatever you throw at her up to this point.
So far.
We'll see about next time.
Yeah. Yeah, Chris has been nice.
I was very persuasive. I don't know what you're talking about.
Because I'm like, do I want her to get caught here, or do I want her to get in the bigger mess?
Always bigger.
Always. It's gonna be like, yeah, it's been kind of snowballing here, Poppy.
Yeah.
I want a big snowball.
It's fine. Everything's fine. Poppy's gonna be fine.
Better watch out there, Shanine.
She'll be fine.
Poppy's excited.
I'm excited to see what Poppy does.
Yeah.
Basically, just whatever's gonna be exciting. That's what Poppy's gonna do.
Poppy has definitely thrown me the most curveballs. Like, in terms of
Yes.
things I wasn't exactly prepared for, I was like, put me on the spot.
You're welcome.
It's all right. That's how I prefer to run the games anyway.
Yeah. At least one person makes it interesting.
That's the goal.
You
That's
guys
the
follow
goal.
the plot too much. I'm not prepared enough. It's like, I don't have that much plot written. As for me, I've been playing a lot of Pokemon.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
I had like 10 more things.
I do apologize. Keep going. Keep going. Then. Keep going.
My other in-person RPG group has started a Pathfinder campaign where I'm playing a character based on a homebrew character that I played many years ago that was a pixie pummeler. So I'm playing a Kored brawler. It's just a tiny little brawler. But I can throw rocks real good, and I can animate my hair to entangle things, which is cool.
That's cool.
So that's been fun. Chris, you will be excited to know that we've started watching My Hero Academia's latest season.
Woo! So good.
Everything's crazy.
Everything's crazy, but so good.
So good. Oh man. Yeah.
My favorite thing about My Hero right now is they're like, you get development. You get development. Like, all the characters just episode.
Is that the one with the countries?
No.
Okay.
Are you thinking
superhero school?
Of the school where the students represent different countries?
There's like personifications of different countries.
Yeah, that's... Oh, what is that called? That is... Hetalia, Axis Powers.
Okay.
Yeah, and it takes the Axis powers and their personifications. The characters in it are the personification of the Axis powers from World War II. It's pretty good. It's fun. Very interesting take. But
I frequently hear those two, at least in the few conversations I've had.
So like, My Hero
come up together.
Is like the kind of the newest big kind of pop culture anime. Yeah. That's everywhere for the most part. And it's based in a future where we have mutated to develop quirks, so they're pretty much mutants. But they have powers called quirks, and it's just about kind of people, or it's about a specific class seeking to become professional heroes. And it's really good. So much fun.
So fun.
Are you caught up on the current season, or?
No.
Okay.
Probably like halfway.
Okay.
Ish. Yeah.
I won't say too much then.
Yeah.
Because there's like 3 recent episodes. I'm just like, yes. But it's okay. It's all good. It's all good. You'll get there. So happy. So happy.
Yeah. But yeah, the development has been super exciting. Travis was just saying like how he's loving the development that they're doing for Endeavor, humanizing him a bit more. He was just a terrible person when we first met him.
Yeah. It gets so much better with Endeavor too. I will say that. Sorry, Emma. You should watch it.
I've given anime my best try, my best effort. It's just like
it is dubbed. It is one that's being dubbed.
That's the thing is like most of the time, at least now with how busy my life is, like if I want to watch TV, it has to be in English because like I'll be doing other things while I'm watching it. So like I want to know what's happening.
I don't know how far along they are with the dub. Are you watching dub, Shanine, or?
Yeah.
Okay. So I mean, it's a big enough anime that dubs are like 3 episodes behind, maybe.
Okay.
But I can't do it because I started subbed, and I mean, actually, the dub's not bad. The voice actors are great. one like one thing about at Emerald City, they had the cast at Emerald City last time we were there, and it's like I don't care. I listen, I watch subs.
Yeah.
It's like I'm sorry guys, I don't care about
Yeah.
who you are.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, I just base prefer subbed, but just with like my time,
Yeah,
that
definitely.
very little time that I have to commit to sitting down and whatever. Like,
but I accidentally bought the OVA, the Strongest Hero or OVA, or no, I forget what it was. The My Hero movie on Amazon because I wanted to watch it, and it was the dubbed version. That is like, these voices aren't right. This is not right, guys. But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
All right. And the Exandria Unlimited finale was a couple of weeks ago. Critical Role's like 8-week summer campaign, and it was super awesome. And I cried a lot of the tears.
All the tears.
And yeah, pretty much all of them. It was great. I just want there to be more.
There will be. Well, not that specific, but
they did make it sound like there would be more Exandria Unlimited at some point.
Like, I feel like they might be trying to transition to that format a little more instead of like the 2-3 year long campaign.
Yeah.
Because
I mean,
it's
for
so much material.
Yeah. That's why, like, at least for me personally, I find it harder to get into like the Critical Role campaigns because it's like I'm interested, but also this entire thing is 3 years long.
Yep.
Like, I don't have time to go back and watch the entire thing.
You can listen to the podcast.
Or that. I do not spend a lot of time listening to podcasts.
Screw music. Listen to
in general.
listen to Critical Role.
Yeah, I'd always been wanting to get into Critical Role as well, and it's like super overwhelming. So this was a really great entry point because it was only 8 episodes.
Yes.
Instead of like 500.
Yeah.
It's like 200, but they're 4 hours long each.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah.
So now I'm like addicted to Critical Role, so I'm okay with watching that many episodes, but
you
The
could also,
dedication
at
is
least
there.
in terms of the first season, you can wait till the anime comes out.
true.
Are they making an anime?
Oh yeah.
That's cool.
It'll be on Amazon, actually. Amazon picked it up. Well, first they crowdfunded it. And then Amazon picked it up. So they can throw more money at it. And it's set to be a Amazon series for the first campaign. Currently, I'm sure they'll do more.
Yeah. Assuming this does well, which my guess is it probably will.
Oh, it's going to.
Like, yeah.
The
The studio just has to see that it's actually going to make them money rather than like getting just the base fans and then
Well, even if Amazon doesn't continue to do it, like
someone else will pick it up.
Like,
yeah.
No one has to pick it up. The fans will fund another Kickstarter. Yeah. Like, it's like we'll just stay independent and do it ourselves kind of situation. Yeah. There's just their fan base is too big. But there's so many scenes from the first campaign that I'm excited to see in this anime. So many scenes.
I think I've made it like 2.5 episodes in. So
you can just wait. It's so much. Like, I don't know. It's so much.
And I love them all. I love Matt Mercer. I love Ashley Johnson. I love Liam O'Brien.
Just no, we are not having the Matt Mercer effect on Faithful Hadrians. I'm sorry. I can't do that. I'm not that good.
Okay.
No one is.
That's why Matt Mercer is in his own unique class.
I'm not a voice actor, for one.
Yeah.
Just watch. Maybe I'll befriend someone who is a voice actor who wants to like show up for a couple of campaigns.
But I will say that I'm quick on my feet and I will make stuff up out of nowhere because that's been a lot of it so far.
And my last geeky news that has apparently pushed me from moderate geek to just total complete geek is went and bought my first miniatures for Warhammer 40K this weekend.
Why?
Because my husband wants me to play Warhammer 40K with him.
Okay, so your husband plays it. Okay. I didn't know that about him. I'm just like, this is that's hardcore. I was just like, where is it coming from? Because no one on our podcast plays.
Except me now, apparently. I mean, not yet.
Really, he just wants someone to paint all his miniatures for him.
True.
It's like, and if you get into it, then you'll be the one painting all the miniatures. And you'll be good. You'll be set.
I was really excited to paint them, and then I opened the box and was like, oh no.
They're already painted.
They're surely not.
No. Definitely not.
They are.
Painted.
They are very little and very detailed.
Yes.
And there's so many of them.
You need to have the...
And this is one box.
Now she has to go out and buy an airbrusher. And then all the tiny and all the paints. All the tiny brushes and all the paints.
Yeah.
And a little
Good luck,
probably
Shanine.
magnifying glass. Like a
on a stand with
watch workers glass or solder, like, you know. And so she can... Yeah, I believe.
I definitely have no clue what I've gotten myself into, but Thousand Suns are pretty, so we're doing it.
Nice. That's how I'd pick them too.
Yep.
I don't have time to read the lore and understand this. These guys look cool. Mine.
Exactly.
My introductions kit. Perfect. You have to let us know how it goes. And if you get good at painting them, I'm sending you our physical miniatures to paint for everyone for the campaign.
Oh man. I do have a couple of super talented artist friends who do paint minis, so I'm going to be enlisting their help in teaching me for sure.
Perfect.
Good thinking.
Except for I have to be careful what pennies I have to ask you to paint. Like, oh, this is cool. It's like, oh, you're not supposed to know about this. What is this? Shh.
Final boss? What?
It's like, you know nothing.
You'll be sworn to secrecy.
No metagaming. No metagaming. Well, as for me, I haven't been up too much. I've been driving a lot. But other than that, I have played a lot of Pokemon Unite. Have made it up. Been trying to grind up through ranked. I'm grader 4 now. I think something like that. Something cool. I don't know. I'm killing it with Ninetales. That's all I know. Ninetales is my jam, and I'm sorry, but no one else can have her on our team because
that's fine.
I got to try her last time because I had like the free whatever.
She was free at the time? She's so cool.
Yeah. I was having such a hard time.
Yeah.
She does take she has some ins and outs, but man, like I play her, like I like putting her in that middle ground of being a supporty, but also getting in for some crazy damage here and there. I know I posted it not too long ago. I had a match where I scored 326 of our 435 points. I made 15 of our 18 or like 19 kills.
Nice.
I looked at the details. I did 53% of our team's damage in that match.
Wow.
I killed it. I carried that team so hard. And it was great. And I felt so good because I suck at competitive games. Mostly because I get bored because of the redundancy. But
yeah.
But yeah. Star Trek Lower Decks, the cartoon, is currently, new season started. I enjoy that show. It's not the best. It kind of pokes fun kind of at the seriousness that Star Trek normally is, and kind of the ideological ideologies it tries to portray, and says, and then kind of just pulls it down a notch and humanizes it, the entire world. It's like, yeah, not everyone in Starfleet is necessarily as ideological or as it's like, yeah, it's just kind of the thing to do. um so it's a lot of fun. There's like two episodes out currently, and I've been finalizing plans for my road trip. We have to cut out San Francisco, unfortunately. Roads are officially closed in Northern California, and I can't go to Canada still.
Lame.
Passport's getting a lot of use. But I'm excited for that. Officially, we'll be attending PAX West for a day. So I'll keep you guys updated on how that goes. And we're going to hit up all the kind of nerdy, geeky breweries things that we can find.
Heck yeah.
There is a meadery and leatherworking place in Portland that we're going to, and I'm really excited for that.
Nice.
Cool.
Portland is the bomb.
Unfortunately, Evermore doesn't have any fall dates yet, so they're currently closed, and I'm not sure they're going to be open during our trip. So I'm really sad about that. Because I was going to buy leather at the meadery and wear it into Evermore, but no. But that's life. But yeah, so that's what we've been up to, which brings us into kind of, because we haven't had one, that brings us into news, and we have plenty to get caught up on if anyone has anything older, or just talking about what recently happened this last week. But what do you guys got for us? Shanine, start us off.
Okay. Star Wars Visions. We got a trailer, and it looks super cool. It is 7 Japanese anime studios bringing their unique talent and perspective to Star Wars Visions, a collection of animated original short films. Streaming September 22nd on Disney+. That is the blurb on Disney+, and I'm super excited about it. It looks super cool.
I'm just going to throw this out there. This is just going to prove my point about showrunners and Doctor Who. I'm just going to throw that
100%.
out there right now.
100%.
That's all this is going to do for me. And be like, it worked here. Got 7 different studios making these minis.
Although granted, Doctor Who has a considerably longer history than Star Wars.
I mean, true.
So,
but
you know,
I think
Also,
that's what makes it easier.
It's a collection of short films, so they're not necessarily having to be together.
Yeah.
It's all one
and it
universe.
kind of depends on like well, and even like if they're doing like if they're going more towards the like anthology type format of like a bunch of short films that are like mildly connected within the same universe, like the Cloverfield movies, where they're all like separate scenarios all connected by one bigger scenario. Like that could easily be done with different showrunners and directors and stuff.
That's true.
I mean, just think of it this way. It's what Mandalorian did, and they did it per episode. I believe it would be a great direction to go. Or be very entertaining at the very least. I don't know. I'm just saying. It's a concept that I love. But yeah, Star Wars Visions looks amazing.
Yes. So, speaking of that, and Critical Role anime is and part of Emma's news, spoiler alert, what live action fandoms would you like to see an anime of, or could benefit from being an anime?
All of them.
Yeah.
I'm just, but you know, I'm just a big anime person anyway. But if anything that we've learned, like from Castlevania, from so many things, is that anime is you can just do so much with it, and
Yeah.
you can be very true to the original story as a result, because you don't have to deal with as many limitations. Like just portraying things artistically is enough to like it's also a lot easy, like as a result um, of effects that you're able to portray in anime. It's just easier to spend like have your audience suspend that belief.
Yep.
So, but yeah, um, because yeah, I mean, like everything I'm thinking of right now, like in my head is it's like, oh, that does have an anime coming out. Never mind. Um, yeah, everything has an anime coming out now. Just trying to think. Trying to think. Emma, what you got? What you got for that question?
Um, I mean, the one that comes to mind for me that just in general, like I live by again and again is The Name of the Wind books. Like it would be fun to see that in some kind of animation form because it is like very fantastical and like as a general or very similar as someone who's very generically clumps all animes together. It has that sort of anime vibe to it, um, with that sort of Western European fantasy addition to it. So like it's a good combination of those two, kind of like what they're doing right now with The Witcher. So
Maybe what they need to do is not do another live action. Like do the next season, animate Doctor Who next. Just the next Doctor is just animated.
I mean, I thought about that, but the thing is, they already have so many like comic books and
Boom.
all these other like things for Doctor Who that are like animations or like, um, little novels and things like that. That like, I feel like the whole Doctor Who franchise as a whole doesn't really need another like thing to be made. Like there's so many audiobooks that
I'm
are
not talking about
have been
spin-off.
made
I
and
mean,
are being made and like novels and whatever else that it's like I even I as someone who loves Doctor Who like have barely scratched the surface of what exists in terms of material.
just do 3 seasons of an animated Doctor.
They could do like a what if type show, but for Doctor Who instead of Marvel.
Timey-wimey stuff.
Timey-wimey stuff. Because it's that whole like
So
what
I guess
if
this is
concept
more like
implies very well to Doctor Who as well.
but yeah. I'd be down for like a Harry Potter anime. Or a wizard, I guess not Harry Potter specifically, a Wizarding World anime.
Something within that franchise as a whole.
Down for that.
Part of it is because I think they did such a good job with the Deathly Hollows part. With those animations like in between in the movies.
Oh yeah, I remember what you're talking about now.
Even just an entire series like that would be so good.
With that art style. Yeah.
That would be cool.
Well, there's so many art styles like that, like specifically out there that just go underappreciated and underutilized that could definitely be used more.
What else? That's what I got. What you got, Shanine? You haven't told us yours.
So there's this book series that I love called Fred the Vampire Accountant, and I feel like it would lend itself to an anime so well. Like it's all the fantasy things and stuff, but also just so
Make him an
ridiculous. I think it would be great.
From what I've heard, that sounds wonderful.
Because yeah,
What
you
can-
get these like
I'm sold.
this like vampire like having a meeting with a lawyer, and then the next second they're getting attacked by a rival vampire gang and calling on a dragon for help, and
Sold.
it would be great,
I'm in. I'd watch it.
right?
Yep.
I look forward to the day where like where all I can do is watch anime because it there's just so much. And like we're almost there. Like everything is getting anime. Like we get what, the War of the Rohirrim, which is gonna be anime. So good. But since kind of spoiled it, that brings us to Emma. What you got for us this week?
I mentioned it a little bit, but this is kind of a reminder / kind of a news thing that the Witcher anime movie film exists now. When these notes were made, I had it down as like is going to exist, but it now exists on Netflix. The Witcher: Nightmare of the Wolf. It is focusing on Vesemir as a young lad, at least younger than in the live action series. And it's just an anime adventure with him and a little boy that he picks up off the street, from my understanding. Haven't seen it yet, but I personally am very excited to watch it. So that is
it does
that.
look great, and
Yeah.
I haven't had a chance to watch it yet, but I definitely look forward to it, especially because it has to tie us over until Witcher season 2.
And
Just
then
soon.
it is very soon. What, November?
December.
September?
December
December?
17th.
I have
Yeah.
Wheel of Time comes out in November, so that's going to be my next sort of carryover
Yes,
thing.
remember that date. It's a big day.
Very big day. Very exciting.
I'll be 31.
Yay! Your birthday is right before my sister's, so that's pretty easy for me to remember.
Easy to remember.
Yep. And
If you need
then
to
my
remember
other
a birthday,
thing.
just ask yourself, what day did Lord of the Rings come in theaters?
See, that implies that I know that.
You should. Now you know though. It's I just gave you the answer.
It's just the same day. All the same day. My other little thing, I guess, is that the Free Guy movie with Ryan Reynolds is doing very well. I'm just putting that out there because I'm surprised at how well it's doing in terms of ratings and box office. Just because I was just like, this seems like a good enough movie, but like it's going to be another generic movie, and that's going to be about it. But it's doing very well, and I'm surprised by that, but in a good way. So I haven't seen it yet, but it seems like a lot of fun. Just a random NPC from a video game realizing that he's an NPC and taking back his life, and that seems like a fun concept for a movie. So
Of course
Yeah,
it's gonna
I
be.
remember
Even if it's
seeing
not
this
reviewed.
trailer
Like years ago now. It's
like years
Yeah.
ago, and I thought it came out like years ago.
and no one's just like everyone completely forgot about it. No, yeah.
Yeah, and like I don't know, we heard news about like all the other movies getting delayed and stuff, but this one I didn't hear anything about. And then everyone was like, it's out now. And I was like, just now?
Like, really?
I think
Yeah.
it's just one of those movies that's like it's not one that you're gonna hype and track. You know?
And then
But-
when it comes
but
out
when
and it does
hit
really well.
theaters, when it does hit theaters, you're gonna know it because it's Ryan Reynolds, and you're like, oh, I gotta go see that because it's Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
And then it's
Yeah.
actually a decent movie.
Yeah.
But it's
Pretty
not
much.
like it's not one that you're getting hyped for because it's part of a fandom or anything. It's just it's a movie.
I think Yeah, so Ryan Reynolds was also a producer for this. And it's another one of his I guess in my head, like another comeback to get back at whoever that was for Green Lantern.
Oh.
Like this plus Deadpool, just like a redemption arc of like he fits in these roles that are like completely ridiculous, or he just makes them his own. And he just has to like have some amount of say in how things are done. Because then they actually do well, because
He knows his audience. He knows his fans.
he does
And
absolutely
he knows
know his
himself.
audience. Yeah.
My news this week is, again, Pokemon related, because Pokemon had their Pokemon Presents last Thursday? Maybe? I don't know. But they did announce a lot of things. So, right away, we got the announcement of Mamoswine and Sylveon coming to Pokemon Unite. So, if you guys want a cute fairy Pokemon, Sylveon's open because, again, Ninetales is mine. But it looks interesting. We got the announcement of Pokemon Cafe Remix and the 2-year anniversary of Pokemasters EX, the mobile games. Kind of cool stuff. But the cooler things are obviously the big Pokemon games, Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, the remake and remaster of Diamond and Pearl, which is probably one of the most anticipated remakes ever. And it looks good. It looks fun. It looks exciting. But the real piece I want to talk about is Pokemon Legends. Because this is my type of game. This is the Pokemon game of my dreams. Just bringing in a little more of those RPG elements. The free world kind of, you have to actively pursue your Pokemon. They're not random encounters. Doesn't look as monotonous. It's set in a historic time frame for Pokemon, which is super cool to get a little different look at the Pokemon world. But also some of the regional variants or time variants, I need them in my life. Rockfire Growlithe, mine. Looks so good. Did you guys watch any of this?
No.
Oh.
You guys need to go watch it. Go. I just have no words. This is the most exciting thing that happened to Pokemon in a long time. No more just like random move gimmicks or like super evolution gimmicks. It's just straight up wholesome Pokemon.
Good.
In a whole new way. Yeah, you got to battle and things, but like you have to be strategic in how you capture them. There's certain ways that you'll have to approach to capture certain Pokemon because they run away from you. So you have to hide and then pop out and get them. I don't know. You actually have to like throw your Pokeballs and
All the super evolution stuff just did not work out.
I mean, it worked. It's just, the gameplay itself didn't change.
No.
Unless you're a competitive Pokemon player, in which case the meta did, but Pokemon itself, very, very redundant, very monotonous. But yeah. So good. So I'm really excited for that. They are adding, they did a show in the Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl editions. They did show some new mechanics and things that are happening in there. Like you have like a little secret dungeon that you can set up, and then
like Pokemon. Some of the earlier games.
Well, like you can put like statues and stuff in there, and based on like how you decorate that area will determine the Pokemon that spawn in the dungeon itself, like the cave itself, which is super cool. I'm very intrigued by that.
In some of the earlier games, you could have like a secret hideout fort thing. And I thought that was like, I had so much fun with that.
Yeah, that was Diamond and Pearl originally, but now like they have this new mechanic that plays off of that, and
That's cool. I love that.
It's gonna be really cool.
Genius.
And I really like the art direction they went with this remaster. It's kind of this chibi kind of art direction, and it looks awesome, and just a really good modernization of the game. And yeah, that comes out this fall, but Legends will come out next year. Yeah, Pokemon, guys. Oh yeah, and it was the 5th anniversary of Pokemon Go. How old does that make you feel?
Man. 5?
5 years.
Doesn't seem right.
I played that game. Every time I jump into Pokemon Go, I hit it way too hard, and then I burn out. So I haven't played in a long time, since last year, or like last spring, like 2020 spring. But when it first came out, oh man, I walked like 10 miles a day. Caught everything. No.
All the exercise.
And I never cheated either. People nowadays get out there and move those legs.
How do you cheat in Pokemon Go?
They buy egg hatchers, which rotate, like shake your phone, like they're just automated pedometers.
Oh, okay, I see. Yeah.
Or there were ways like you can like use VPN services and like put yourself in a specific spot in the world, so you don't have to worry about trading for like regional variants or specific regional Pokemon. And there's a lot of things that people were doing, so that they can just do it from home. I'm like, stop it. Go to the park. Enjoy yourself. Some people, I get it. Like, you live so remotely that it's not really an option. So, I mean, you know, I'll have some bit of understanding, but yeah, Pokemon news.
Woo.
Which brings us to our top 3, because Pokemon is a game of our childhood. What are your top 3 games from your childhood? Doesn't have to be a video game either.
Yeah.
And Emma, you can start us off on this one. This was your idea.
Ooh. My first one, actually speaking of, is Pokemon Emerald, because that's one of the first games I remember playing. That and Leaf Green, or whatever the Leaf one is. I spent many hours.
The remaster of Blue.
Yeah. Many hours on my little Game Boy Advanced SP. Like,
I feel so old.
The number of times I would play through and then like start over and just like play through again and again and again in those like initial 4 games or whatever, so many times, and just really enjoyed them, and the fun little pixelated art and building little forts in some of the later games. So much fun. I never actually like caught them all or anything, but I had fun like finding all the cool looking Pokemon, and yeah. So that's my first one.
And Shanine.
All right. Well, I'm not going to have many video games on my list because I think I was an adult or almost an adult by the time we had gaming systems in my house. So as far as tabletop games go, though, Dutch Blitz was for sure the number 1.
I'm lost there. You're gonna have to elaborate on that one.
It is a card game. It has 4 decks, and they're all their own color on the back, and then the front of the cards are just 1 to 10 in 4 different colors. And you all like set up your cards in front of you and in your deck, and you all play on the same like playing field in front of you, trying to get all the stacks from 1 to 10.
Oh, I see.
And you try to get rid of a certain amount of your cards that you have placed in front of you.
Interesting.
So it's very fast, very chaotic, and depending on who you're playing with, very violent.
Yeah, don't play that with me. It sounds like those types of card games, like I can't remember, but yeah, I can get pretty aggressive. I've been known to throw elbows in those types of card games.
Yeah. There's a lot of slamming cards down. Gets intense.
I'm just thinking back to like spoons. I'm like, oh man.
Oh jeez.
I took some people out.
Similar feels. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Not a game I should play. Noted. Dutch Blitz.
Grew up playing that one and was super popular in our youth group and stuff too.
Nice. My first game on my list is going to be Mega Man X. Mostly because I have a very good memory of playing one of the Mega Man X games with my brother, or him and his friends. Okay, I can't remember which number one it was, but it had just come out and they were playing it and they couldn't get past the first level. I'm just sitting in the corner, minding my own bit, like watching, because I love watching them play video games at the time. And it's like, can I try? Because they were getting fed up. First try. Beat it. My first try. They were so mad.
Killed it.
Yep. Very, very fond memory for me. It's like, because my brother and his friends, they're 8 years older than me, you know, so I would have been like, I don't know, 7, and he would have been like 15. I understand why they're mad. A little 7-year-old coming out of nowhere, beating the first level so you could actually play the game. Yeah, I remember. Emma, what is your second game?
My second game is one that I think of on occasion, and just think about. But we had this old computer game that was a Nancy Drew game that took place in a mansion where she like goes there to like stay, and like the storm comes in, so she couldn't leave. And then the one thing I remember vividly is that there's an old lady who's like a grouchy recluse, and then something happens in the library that the owner of the mansion doesn't want you to know about. So you have to like sneak into the library without triggering the alarms and like all of these things. And I just remember having this fun Nancy Drew computer game that I would play and like try and solve the mystery of what was in the library and all this fun stuff. So that's just another one that I remember that I enjoyed playing because I got to pretend I was Nancy Drew.
Nice. Janine?
Also played a lot of games with my grandparents growing up, and the big one was always going over to their house and playing crokinole, which is like a tabletop curling, basically.
Tabletop curling.
You have like this octagonal board, and there's like, it goes rings, and then there's like the littlest ring in the middle, and you have these little discs that you have to flick in, and depending on where you land on the board, you get a certain amount of points. And if you get it in like the bullseye, you get so many points.
Interesting. Like, it has a dedicated like piece of furniture essentially?
Yes.
Or so it's just permanently set up, or is this something you set up?
Like we could take it down and stuff, but yeah, it was like as big as the table that it was on.
Sounds crazy.
Interesting.
I want one now. Just, I don't know why.
It's great.
But I want one.
They're expensive, but they are so fun.
I'm gonna build one.
Do it. You could totally do it.
Well, my gaming table that I designed is octagonal, so I can probably figure it out in its design somewhere there. Maybe.
I'm sure it wouldn't be too hard. You need to make it octagonal, make a little like circular divot in the middle, and then there's like some posts. And the rest of it is just like painting the circles on.
I'll figure it out. It's going to be an insert. I don't know.
You can do it.
My second game has to go to the original Sims.
Yeah.
Because, man, what is that one? Like 95, 90, like 97 is
Something
when
like
out?
that.
Man, that game. All the cheats. Also, I just like building
All
up.
of them.
Like, favorite thing about that game is that it was just interior design software turned into a game.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, you can design all this. It's like, okay, well, what if we put a life simulator in it there too?
Thoughts?
And now
Let's teach kids how to interior design.
It's just is like, you know, we had SimCity, or which I had like the entire Sim lineup. Okay, I had Sim Safari, Sim City, Sim Roads and whatever, Roads and Highways or something like that, which is actually a racing game simulator. I had all the Sims. And then like the original Sim City. Those games were rough. I had no idea what was happening in them. And Godzilla kept destroying my city.
Oh, bummer, dude.
Damn, darn kaijus. But yeah, Sims, SimCity, all of those. Good times. Good times figuring those out. Also, crashing your computer a lot because computers were not powerful enough for what they were trying to do for those games.
No. Not in the slightest.
You guys remember the megahertz processing powers? Yeah. Good times. And your third, Emma.
I have Putt Putt Goes to the Zoo. Does anyone remember the Putt Putt games?
No.
The car? Okay, so it may just be, you know, a fever dream or whatever. But Putt Putt was this little like almost like a VW bug that could talk and whatever else. And he had all these different adventures, and it was like a kid's game, like very much a kid's game that you would play at like elementary school or whatever. But and like solve, like someone would go missing, like you had to go find the monkey at the zoo and whatever else. And it was just a lot of fun, and you helped him solve these mysteries, and you could change his color and how he looked and things.
And you said the one you played was what?
Putt Putt Goes to the Zoo, or
Saves
Zoo
the
something,
Zoo?
or Saves the Zoo.
Yeah, there's a whole
Putt
series
Putt
of games
plus
here.
Zoo.
Starting with original game, 1992. Putt Putt joins the parade. Then Putt Putt saves the zoo. Putt Putt enters the race. Putt Putt travels somewhere through time.
Yeah.
It's getting deep. Putt Putt joins the circus. Starting 92.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah, this,
on a
like,
similar
very-
line, they also created the Freddy Fish games. Or whatever that is.
Yeah. Very high pitched voice, almost on the verge of like irritating, but it's just another one that I think of every once in a while that I enjoyed as a kid.
Developed by Humongous Entertainment. Okay.
All right then.
They're on Steam.
Hmm. There's no save function though. I will put that out there. I may or may not own them. But no save function.
Interesting.
Yeah, Very interesting.
Oh, you can also get them in like the Google Play Store. What?
Yeah.
They made mobile versions. All right. And Shanine, your final game.
All right. One of the only computer games that we had, Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Yeah.
We got the CD-ROM out of a cereal box.
Right?
Yep. And it was great. I made fantastic theme parks and cleaned up a lot of throw up.
Lost a lot of guests on those rides.
Yep.
That's what you get for letting a 4-year-old design a. No. I think I would have been like 7, 8-ish. I don't know. Nice.
Yep.
Oh,
It's good times.
Good times. Really good times. My final game, because it's not a game, technically. But had some good time. Well, actually, I don't know. This last slot there's so many ways I can go with this. But yeah, we're gonna go with Mavis Speak and Teaches Typing.
What?
Mavis Beacon Teaches Typing. It's a game you have to play in school. That is what they did to teach you how to
Okay,
type.
so it's like one of those variations of that whole. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I get you now.
Played a
I'm
lot
following.
of it in school, and even we had it at home for whatever reason. And just like when we get bored of playing something else, we'd always launch that, and we have competitions to see who could type the fastest. Yeah, I was very proud of my typing ability in like grade school and middle school, because we're sitting there like being taught how to type. I'm like, I already know how to do this.
Yeah.
I've been doing this for since I was like 5. What are you trying to teach me for? And then I was like looking at my like other people in my class doing I'm like, oh, that's why we're doing this.
Yep.
But yeah. I mean, it's technically a game. It's designed as like a interactive weird game thing, but it's just learn to type software.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had all the right type in school.
All the right type?
Yeah.
Nice.
Sounds
terrible.
There was like a
It's
couple
typing.
of different we did. So like there was never any one specific one that I remember vividly, but
is either that, or I was gonna say Diablo, which just isn't a kid's game. Once again, not a game you should be playing as a 7-year-old.
No.
But I did, and I love it. But I definitely am a little scarred from that time in my life. Definitely some unresolved trauma there. Should probably find a counselor. But Diablo or Age of Empires, wonderful early game. Warcraft 2. I think I'm gonna be seasick. No, I don't know. I have so many honorable mentions. But yeah, so those are top 3 games from our childhoods. And what a listing they are. And we don't have a top 3 like for whenever our next numbered episode is, because who knows what we're doing anymore. But that is our news episode this week, guys. As always, be sure to follow us on our socials. We are One Geek 411 on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Be sure, if you want to continue this conversation, to join us on our Discord. And you can always email us directly at 1stgeek411@gmail.com. Be sure to check out our merch on our Redbubble store. Links all over the place, and join us next time for our next Twitch stream, Mondays at 6:45 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And if you weren't able to join us, you can also check us out live on our YouTube channel. and rate and subscribe to us wherever you listen to us, or give us a like on those YouTube channels or a comment. I don't know. I guess interaction's a thing. I don't know what that means. And check out our show notes on our website, onegeek411.com. And you can also follow our in our own, what's the word that I can't think of? Our personal social medias. What?
Is there book club Thursday? Did you mention that?
No, not yet.
Okay. Anyway, sorry. Continue.
And you can follow our personal social medias. I'm Not So Foreign.
I'm not prepared with an I.
I'm the Hoot and Howl on Twitter and Hoot and Howl Tales, TALES on Instagram.
And as Emma so wonderfully alluded to, other upcoming events, we've got our weekly streams. Shanine, will you be streaming Tuesday?
I will be streaming some more King's Quest tomorrow.
King's Quest.
I think it's King's Quest.
Chapter 3?
Probably just go for more King's Quest because I haven't figured anything else out.
King's Quest tomorrow. Check her out. Emma, will you be streaming before book club on Thursday?
TBD, probably not, because I don't know what my class schedule is, and I might be in class.
Yeah, that's why.
In fact, I probably will be in class.
That's what I figured. But
yeah.
But also coming this Thursday, we will be having our book club.
Woo-woo.
I forget what we read. Shang-Chi.
We are reading The Master of Kung Fu Epic Collection, Weapon of the Soul.
That's it. It's like I know what it is. I just it's
I don't know the name.
It was in notes. I just wasn't looking at it over there. My notes are way over here. It's weird. But join us. It is available on Marvel Unlimited, which you can do a free trial of if you want to get caught up before Thursday, and join us for that for our graphic novel summer, or our final piece of graphic novel summer, maybe. I don't know. We'll decide on our next book from there. And for now, it's been wonderful. Be sure to wash your hands.
Play a game.
Read a book.
And for Cameron, I love you.